Until you value yourself, you won't value your time. Until you value your time, you will not do anything with it. The truth is that our finest moments are most likely to occur when we are feeling deeply uncomfortable, unhappy, or unfulfilled. For it is only in such moments, propelled by our discomfort, that we are likely to step out of our ruts and start searching for different ways or truer answers. Servant leadership is more than a concept, it is a fact. Any great leader, by which I also mean an ethical leader of any group, will see herself or himself as a servant of that group, and will act accordingly. Life is difficult. This is the great truth, one of the greatest truths. It is a great truth because once we see this truth, we transcend it. Share our similarities, celebrate our differences. Mental health is an ongoing process of dedication to reality at all costs. As Benjamin Franklin said, those things that hurt instruct. It is for this reason that wise people learn not to dread, but actually to welcome problems, and actually to welcome the pain of problems. The path of spiritual growth is a path of lifelong learning. Problems do not go away. They must be worked through, or else they remain forever a barrier to the growth and development of the spirit. Delaying gratification is a process of scheduling the pain and pleasure of life in such a way as to enhance the pleasure by meeting and experiencing the pain first and getting it over with. It is the only decent way to live. An essential part of true listening is the discipline of bracketing, the temporary giving up, or setting aside of one's own prejudices, frames of reference, and desires so as to experience as far as possible the speaker's world from the inside, stepping inside his or her shoes. If you are not part of the solution, then you are part of the problem. You cannot truly listen to anyone and do anything else at the same time. Going into the unknown is invariably frightening, but we learn what is significantly new only through adventures. When we avoid the legitimate suffering that results from dealing with problems, we also avoid the growth that problems demand from us. Emotional sickness is avoiding reality at any cost. Emotional health is facing reality at any cost. Discipline is the basic set of tools we require to solve life's problems. Without discipline, we can solve nothing. With only some discipline, we can solve only some problems. With total discipline, we can solve all problems. Ultimately, love is everything. Love is the free exercise of choice. Two people love each other only when they are quite capable of living without each other, but choose to live with each other. Genuine love not only respects the individuality of the other, but actually cultivates it, even at the risk of separation or loss. The ultimate goal of life remains the spiritual growth of the individual, the solitary journey to peaks that can be climbed only alone. Problems call forth our courage and our wisdom. Indeed, they create our courage and wisdom. What people get admired and appreciated for in community are their soft skills, their sense of humor and timing, their ability to listen, their courage and honesty, their capacity for empathy. Nirvana, or lasting enlightenment, or true spiritual growth can be achieved only through persistent exercise of real love. Human beings are poor examiners, subject to superstition, bias, prejudice, and a profound tendency to see what they want to see rather than what is really there. The whole course of human history may depend on a change of heart in one solitary, and even humble individual, for it is in the solitary mind and soul of the individual that the battle between good and evil is waged and ultimately won, or lost. To heal your body, you must first heal your spirit. True love is not a feeling by which we are overwhelmed. It is a committed, thoughtful decision. Community is, and must be inclusive. The great enemy of community is exclusivity. Groups that exclude others, because they are poor or doubters, or divorced, or sinners, or of some different race, or nationality are not communities, they are cliques, actually defensive bastions against community. One extends one's limits, only by exceeding them. Discipline is wisdom, and vice versa. Love is too large, too deep ever to be truly understood, or measured, or limited within the framework of words. All human interactions are opportunities, either to learn or to teach. The feeling of being valuable is a cornerstone of self-discipline, because, when you consider yourself valuable, you will take care of yourself, including things like using your time well. In this way, self-discipline is self-caring. If we know exactly where we're going, exactly how to get there, and exactly what we'll see along the way, we won't learn anything. Spiritually involved people, by virtue of their discipline, mastery and love, are people of extraordinary competence, and, in their competence they are called on to serve the world, and, in their love they answer the call. Teach us to number our days aright. Life is a series of problems. Do we want to moan about them, or solve them? The overall purpose of human communication is, or should be, reconciliation. It should ultimately serve to lower, or remove the walls of misunderstanding, which unduly separate us human beings, one from another. The best decision makers are those who are willing to suffer the most over their decisions, but still retain their ability to be decisive. God wants us to become Himself, or herself or itself. We are growing toward Godhood. God is the goal of evolution.